Didn't get any help, just got roasted. I'm just making a bucket hat and I'm succeeding. We're a bit wibbly and it is concerning me. I'm not even going to claim that I have a small head. I spent so much time on this. Hi, welcome or welcome back to the cozy chaos that is my channel. The bucket hat has evaded me for too long. I have tried multiple times to crochet a bucket hat and it just always goes wrong. So I am here today to make it right. I'm going to show you a couple of the bucket hats that I've tried to make in the past, and then I'm going to tell you the bucket hat I'm going to make, and I am going to nail it. It was one of my 2025 goals to nail the bucket hat, which sounds so stupid, but it feels like such a simple thing that I should be able to make, and it just always goes wrong. I would love to have these at like markets and things. I'd love to have one for myself. I'd love to make one for my daughter. I just want to be able to make these. There's very few things that I've tried to make that have just gone completely wrong, and it just seems to be one of those things that I just can't do it. And bucket hats is one of those things. I actually can't even think of anything else that I've tried to make and couldn't do. My point is, I've made harder things than a bucket hat and succeeded. I write patterns. I know how to do shapes. I know how to do patterns. I know how to do things. I started with amigurumi. It's not even that it's not flat. I know how to make things, but bucket hats just keep evading me. So let me show you the bucket hats that I've tried and failed to make in the past. If you don't know, I keep all of my whips in little sandwich bags with the yarn I'm using. I started this 2 years ago and didn't finish it because it was not going great. This is where it is. It's a checkerboard. I actually bought a pattern off Etsy for this. It's a checkerboard bucket hat and it was going to be super cute, and then I tried it on. So I stopped. I don't know if I would have kept going, if it would have been okay. I don't know if I just got scared because it looked silly. I don't know. I don't know is the answer. I don't know. What I do know is it has been sat here for almost 2 years. I actually cut the cream yarn off this to use it for something else. The hook's gone. Don't know what hook size I was using. So this needs to be frogged. It's just one of those things I haven't gotten around to frogging yet. Then we come to me thinking, well, maybe it's the type of yarn I was using. And so I switched to t-shirt yarn. This I've never worked with before until I made this. I've never worked with it since I made this. It's stretchy. Don't know if that's an issue. Don't know if t-shirt yarn is always stretchy, but this one certainly is. It's got a lot of stretch in it. I have showed this one before because I made a TikTok about it asking for help. Didn't get any help, just got roasted. When I tried it on the first time, I literally can't even hear myself anymore. But when I tried it on for the TikTok, I started to think, as I'm starting to think now, that maybe it was okay. The shape of it, I think, is okay. The colour, not so much. The weight of it, absolutely not. I would get a bad neck from wearing this. Also, I can't hear anything. Also, our hat's supposed to do this. I don't think they're supposed to do that. This was my second attempt and I think I followed the same pattern but just did it without colour changes and obviously adapted it for the type of yarn because I had to stop so many rows, whatever. Again, yarn still attached because I do need to frog it. I don't know what I would use the t-shirt yarn for now. I also have it in black. I bought t-shirt yarn in black because I thought I was going to nail the bucket hat and have one brown, one black. I was wrong. So that was number 2. And then we come to the third and final iteration of a bucket hat. This guy. I wanted this to work so bad. I saw furry bucket hats in so many shops over winter and I thought, why would I buy one when I can make one, you know? So I made this and then tried to convince myself that it was cute and not huge, and then I asked the internet and the internet once again roasted me. So that is a no, and also it needs to be frogged, but I am going to reuse this yarn because it's super soft and I think it would make a cute ear warmer. So now we come to the bucket hat I'm going to be making today. Listen, I'm going to the experts this time. I'm going to follow a video tutorial by Passionate Kelsey, her kelp bucket hat pattern. That's the one I'm going to be making. And I even have the same yarn that she uses. This is Lily Sugar and Cream. This is in the colour Terra Firma, I guess. This is what I have. I have 2 balls of it. I've never used this yarn before. I already know what you're thinking. Did I not learn my lesson from trying new yarn with the last 2 iterations of bucket hats? But hear me out, okay? I have asked my friends and I have spoken to other crocheters about bucket hats and I've looked it up online, and Passionate Kelsey uses cotton yarn for her bucket hat. I'm no stranger to cotton yarn. I've used cotton yarn before, okay? I haven't used this brand, but I have used cotton yarn. So it's not a completely new yarn, okay? So I have high hopes for this. I'm going to just go ahead and jump into it. Straight off the bat, there is a gauge swatch in the description. So I'm going to do the gauge swatch. I'm going to do it because I'm so determined for this to work out. Okay, gauge swatch is fine. It's like, not millimeters. What is it when it's inches? It's like just out, but it's like sizing down isn't going to fix that. Okay, let's get to this tutorial. I'm not doing colour changes. I'm using one colour. I'm not messing about, okay? I'm not messing about. I'm using one colour.
Throughout this pattern, I will be doing a stacked single crochet. That is going to count.
I love a stacked single crochet.
Alright, we're at the end of our round.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Hang on. Hang on. I feel like this is such riveting content, but I am so determined to get this right that I am concentrating so hard. Okay.
You should have 24 stitches in total. We need to close the round with a slip stitch, but we are also going to be carrying our colors.
I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to say this. These hats are beautiful. Beautiful pattern. You should absolutely check it out. Could I be bothered changing colours, having 3 colours on the go and changing colours every row? Wouldn't be me. You'd have to catch me on a very good day to see me do that. I'm starting to think I know better. I'm starting to think I know what she's going to say.
In the next space, do 3
I'm
double
flying
crochets.
now. We're flying now. This is where I am. These colours are looking cute. They look really good on camera. I think my food shop's here. I'm going to have to go, but this is where we are. I'm out of breath because I pure ran to get that food shop. I'm going to do one more round and then I'm going to stop because I do need to go and spend some time with my husband. I need to not be just sat in my craft room the whole time. So far, I think we're doing okay. There was some really nice colour options for this Lily Sugar and Cream. Like, as I say, this is my first time using it, but there were some really, really nice colour options and I chose the most boring brown and grey. Okay, finished that round.
3.
I might do one more. Before I start another round, we're a bit wibbly. We're a bit wibbly and it is concerning me. Hers is lying nice and flat. Mine is wibble central. Now that I've stretched it out a bit, it's okay. I think I'm just so worried it's going to be bad. I have the right number of stitches. It's just the wibbliness is concerning me. So just a little update. I was actually going to abandon this video, but luckily I haven't deleted the clips yet. I was like, this is boring. I'm just making a bucket hat and I'm succeeding. This is a boring video. So then I got cocky and I just carried on making it. And I got to like row 14 and realised that I had made a mistake at about row 7. So here I am. I didn't even get cocky. I was still following the video tutorial, but what I did was I assumed, we know what happens when we do that the video would just carry on where I left it off. It did not. It had skipped back and I didn't notice, and here I am. I don't know where this video is going. You know, bucket hats, they're a mystery and they are a mystery that I am going to solve. At this point, I'm just filming this video in a cafe. How embarrassing. I fixed my mistake. I'm back to like a similar place in my yarn where I had gotten to. I'm now at the point where we're starting the brim and I have a ponytail in, so I can't try it on. My second ball of yarn is now tied on, so I'm working through the second one. But I thought I'd best jump back in and film a bit more because I'm still not sure if this is going to be a win or not. The next day. I actually intend to film today, which is nice. I didn't get this finished in the cafe yesterday. I think I have 2 rows left or rounds left. This is where we are. It's definitely looking like a bucket hat. I'm a little bit concerned about it. I haven't tried it on yet. I want to wait until it's finished. I'm a little bit concerned that it's more frilly than hers is, but as long as it fits my head, then that's okay. But I'm not going to try it on yet. This is how much yarn I have left. I think it's enough to get me to the end of the hat. So I'm just going to do the last 2 rounds and then I'll check back in and see if I finally conquered the bucket hat. I've made it to the end. I just need to fasten off. I was a little bit worried about how much yarn I had left. It was just enough. We're finished. This is the hat. I'm not sold on the colour, but I'm going to try it on. This is my first time trying it on. I do have a history of suiting all hats. So if I don't suit this, I'm going to A, be mad, and B, blame the hat. Here we go. I am instantly mad. It's too big. I don't understand. I did it exactly how she did it. I even did a gauge swatch, but like I can't even show you how big this hat is. Like I can fit my hand in there. I can fit my hand in there and it's not stretching. This just feels like I have something placed on my head. Can you see how much room there is in there? That's not me stretching it. That's just me like lifting the brim. I know that my friend Grace made this pattern, so I might ask her to bring one with her next time I see her so that I can like compare. If it's me and I've just like crocheted loose, even though I did a gauge swatch, if it's just me and I've made it big, then I would try again with a smaller hook. But that's so disappointing. What an anticlimax. I think it could have been cute. I spent so much time on this. I spent so much time on this. I don't even know what else to say. I had such high hopes for this and it's just huge. I don't think she gives like a finished dimension that it should be, but I'm going to measure it so that I can put on screen like the size of it, and then maybe I can find out from Grace the size of hers and see if hers are any better or if that's just the size of the hat. I don't have a small head. I'm not even going to claim that I have a small head, so it's not that. I'm just really disappointed. I really wanted this to work because I really want to have these for my like summer and spring markets that I'm hoping to do. There's not even anything I can do to fix it. It would just be a case of frogging it and doing it with a smaller hook, which I might do. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to finish this video. Like, what an anticlimax. Oh my gosh. If you've ever made a bucket hat and you have a good pattern for a bucket hat that you want to tell me, please do leave that in the comments because I actually might make it. I'm just gonna finish the video now. I don't even know where I am or what I'm doing or anything at this point. My goal for 2026 was to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you want to support me and get in there, go ahead and subscribe. It would really help me out. YouTube is rolling out a new feature called Hype Points, which is specifically for small creators like me to help my video get pushed out to more people. So if you're down there giving the video a like, please consider giving me your hype point. I would really appreciate it. And all that being said, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.